the best ghost hunting equipment is either really basic or was designed for something else. And the Xbox Kinect has found itself as used as a ghost.
Yeah, ghosts are sick at bowling.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining you rocking up in some terraced house in Cleethorpes.
Bag of flour.
A bag of flour.
And a Dreamcast.
One of the best things for ghosts is those dance mats.
He's used the little bongos from Donkey Kong.
Right. I feel like I brought this on this time.
Content warning. Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is not suitable for all audiences, and viewer/listener discretion is advised. For example, if, when you just heard the term ladies and gentlemen, you immediately thought about how exclusionary it is, then it's probably best you turn this off now.
Hello, welcome to Dead Men Talking with me, Rob Mulholland.
And me, Freddy Quinne.
A big fat cunt.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know, I'm just mixing it up, innit?
You look like a cat.
I've said it 100 times at this point.
Yeah. Who'd have thought this was going to carry on going?
It's become a rod for my own back.
Good. I'm glad it's causing you issues.
A rod for your big fat back.
The amount of people that come up to me and go, "You're not that fat,"
And it's so funny. I like it. I like that even more than when they call you fat.
Yeah,
it's worse, isn't it?
Because it's them going, "You're still fat, but not quite to the gross levels that I expected."
Yeah.
I get the same about not being small, but
Yeah.
Rob does not get that about his dad having not that left.
Yeah, he has fully left all the way. He's not half in.
He was for the first few years.
Yeah, he dipped a toe in, decided it wasn't for him. Anyway, where have we got this episode?
Barry Dodds.
For Barry Dodds? Yeah, fucking love Barry. He's
Barry Dodds, not only friend of the pod, patron of the pod, supporter of the pod.
He's an absolute fucking ledge, Barry, as well. Great dude, as well as being dead funny. I've just remembered what happens in this episode, and it's so funny. It's real. We're crying laughing by the end of this one. It's class. Because he's like a really good mate of ours anyway, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's someone that I will ring for a natter, you know.
Yeah, there's sometimes when you have guests on the podcast, because you don't know them, it takes a little while to sort of bed
Exactly,
in.
but
get on the
Barry's
same wavelength.
just a mate of ours. So it's a dead fun
Straight
episode.
away.
You're going to really enjoy it.
He's also got a podcast himself called The Warriors.
Yeah, do check that out. It's with Hayley Ellis, who won't come on here because she's too nice. She's dead funny, though, and it's a great little podcast, so get on that. And also get on our Patreon, patreon.com/deadmentalkpod. You get loads of extra content, including an extra episode every week. Some of those are fucked up. You get a discount on our merch as well, which you can get at deadmentalkpod.com, and you can get our tour tickets there. Come see us on tour. It's going to be fucking class.
That was excellent plugging.
Thank you,
That's the
mate.
best plug you've ever done.
Wasn't it? Because I kept it concise. I didn't try and list every single thing we've ever fucking done, you boring cunt. So please enjoy this episode. I'm sorry, you were being nice. I didn't need to do that.
What was this?
I was just trying to say something nice.
Just said a nice thing.
It threw me off. I was so on instinct, ready to attack. They just creeped me out.
Exactly. I just said, "Oh, you're doing really well, though." You're like, "You big fat cunt."
Yeah. Oh, a man saying he's proud of me. Weird.
Daddy, do you love me now, Daddy?
Enjoy this episode. It's a belter.
Slow start today.
Go.
We're here with Barry Dodds. Hello, Barry.
Hello.
Yeah, that's how we start. Rob shouts, then we just get into it.
Yeah, because we've already done the bit where I call him a fat cunt. We record that separately.
You pre-record? Oh, of course you
Yeah,
did.
we record a little intro, and that'll be the bit where they'll have already seen that I've done that.
The catchphrase that launched 1,000 Christmas jumpers.
Well, this is it. We have the fat cunt jumper on the fat cunt himself.
Our merch has come today. We ordered samples for ourselves, and we wanted to get them in time for the Have a Word live show. You know, to shamelessly plug merch.
Sure.
And I honestly thought, having ordered and bought merch from various sort of websites in the past, that it was going to be, let's be fair, just shit. Just a bit shit.
Yeah.
This is a really nice jumper. I'm really happy with it. It's a shame I can't wear it anywhere because it says fat cunt on it. But
You can wear it wherever you want, though. You look really cool. People will have sex with you.
Yeah. I don't know. By the time this episode comes out, I think these will be off sale. These are only till Christmas.
This comes out on January the 5th.
Yeah, so those you can't buy the fat cunt jumper until next Christmas.
Yeah, it's pointless. Absolutely pointless. It's a shame as well, because I wore this jumper, just went outside for a second and got raped by 3 models.
Really? They wouldn't
men,
leave you alone?
unfortunately.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
Australian,
really
were they?
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's the first man. Do you know what?
They were Lego models.
Right, I listened to this podcast.
Yeah.
Right, I didn't realize until you just did that there that I was gonna. This is new to me for the first time. I've listened to. First of all, I'm always a bit shocked whenever I actually go into a podcast studio that I've seen, and then you see what it is, and it's never anything like you expect.
No,
like it's always much smaller, and there's always so much shit hidden out of view.
Yeah,
of the cameras.
unlike this podcast studio, which is of course massive and has no shit off camera.
It doesn't smell at all.
It's fine. The smell's lovely, Tom. It smells really nice in here, as you would expect, looking at the blokes who are in it.
I mean, you certainly wouldn't describe it as a 300 square foot room in Horwich that we've yet to pay rent on.
But it was a bit of a surprise as well, and I think I'm a bit like Daisy Earle on this, right? Because right, I was thinking about it in the car on the way here because I listened to this podcast.
Yeah.
I listened to everything you did. I'm one of your Patreons.
Much appreciated.
Been right with you from the start, right? And Daisy nailed it. She said, you are both genuinely lovely people, right? You're nicer than people think.
Yeah, that's a fucking low bar.
Right.
As long as he's not actively raping someone, he's doing better than people expect.
It's like when people see Usain Bolt walking down the street. You know, he's not that fast.
he actually does have more empathy than I think he'd ever like to admit. I've always loved you. And to be honest, I'm stunned that the ADHD thing wasn't just stapled on anyway.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
From the start.
How the fuck they missed it?
How the fuck anyone missed it?
I know.
It was remarkable. But see, you are two lovely people. And then when you get together, it's like Gatekeeper and Keymaster from Ghostbusters. You know, like, these two shouldn't meet. Like, let's keep these people apart. And
I'm Slimer. Covering everything in jizz.
and then I was driving here and I was thinking, look, and I realised what it is. And it's like, I like this podcast in the way that you have a little look out the window when there's been a car crash on the road. You know, like you're driving along and you go, ooh.
Yeah, right? I'm glad I'm not in that.
Yeah. This is the equivalent of going, oh, I just pull over and see if I can help. That's what I'm doing now. Yeah. And I shouldn't be. I know I'm letting a lot of people down. Mum, if you ever work out the internet, I'm so sorry. Right, I've done other things.
And I'm sorry, I've been busy. It's because I had sex with her and then didn't call back. That's what happened there.
I just realized the fatal error of mentioning a mum.
Oh, never mention a parent.
Idiot. You've listened to every episode. You knobhead.
I should have known.
Yeah. Fucking a woman and leaving and never calling again is very much in the Mulholland male gene, isn't it?
I just went into the family business.
This just feels weirdly right.
Hold on. I know what to do. Leave.
Honestly, I've consoled myself the whole way here going, Scott Bennett did it. Scott Bennett did it. Scott Bennett did it.
Yeah, ask him how it went.
He didn't get cancelled. He didn't get cancelled. He's still Mr. Family Man. He's still...
Sure. I mean, he's not slept a single night since.
Was he nervous about it coming out?
Well, you know what Scott's like. He's a very highly strung man, Scott. He's an overthinker.
Yeah.
I think I'm more chilled out than Scott. Someone said that to me. Someone just went, you're actually more relaxed and less nervy than Scott Bennett.
Yeah. No, but you wear your worries in a way that he doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I tell people when I'm... Well, yeah.
Exactly, whereas he just lets it sort of stew. Do you know what I mean? He's like a worried dad.
This is why people always go, oh, you get so nervous before gigs. And it's not.
I mean, you do.
I do. But most people I think everyone gets a bit nervous before gigs because you've got lots of things going on. You want it to go well. I just can't keep it in my head. I just vocalise it and I know it annoys people.
You are part of some of the best ever like comedy circuit drive stories?
Oh no, I know what you're gonna. No, let's not tell it again. No. Shall we do it and just clear it? Get a definitive version of it for the last
I don't know this
Can
story.
I tell the story and then you can chip in?
No.
where I'm wrong?
In my experience, that's a terrible way to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are so many important factors.
So, right, what you need to know about this before we start is that Barry is actually quite good at accents.
Right. No.
It's not right.
So-
It's not.
So,
I mean, if he was, why would you choose this one?
Right. I'll tell the story.
I once did a gig in a field in Knaresborough.
My hometown!
Yes. Famous Knaresborough.
It was ran by a promoter called Peter who runs a gig called Arc. Now, once a year, they used to do this thing called Arc in the Park, which was a place where there's they'd have a circus tent there. So during the day...
Stop. Have you heard this story?
Oh, I know which story it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. You've never heard this story.
I've never heard this story.
Right,
You're going to love it.
Right.
I'm just...
So they...
all I
have
know about
been on the-
Knaresborough now is that there's a bed race and sometimes there's a circus.
Yeah, they are...
Is Knaresborough still in like 1942?
Mate, you've
Well-
gone way too far forward. Like, we're in about 1700 in Knaresborough.
Go on.
The fact that they still had a circus
Yeah,
tells
yeah.
you a lot.
Yeah.
So during the day, it's the circus.
Yeah.
And then on the night time, they realised they've got an empty tent. So Peter was like, put a gig in it. And it made sense. So I can tell you exactly what time of year it was because the Fringe was on and it was the weekend that Leeds and Reading Festival was on.
So it's the last weekend of August.
Yes. So, because what happened was Peter had a lineup booked and acts being acts have just looked, oh, it's just a gig in the north. That'll be, half an hour drive from Edinburgh? Yeah, probably. That'll be all right. And so it got close to the gig. Everyone suddenly goes, shit, you can't get there. And everyone dropped out. The lineup dropped out. The only lineup was me and Killian Monson, who was an open spot back in the day. Nice guy. And we were driving there and Peter rang me and he went, whole lineup's dropped out. He went, I don't know who is going to be on. Can you just get here and just like ring round any, because this was before the days of like Facebook and all that. He's like, just ring people, try and see if you know anyone you can get in touch with. Sorry. I get very emotional when I
You remember pre-Facebook days?
This was also when there probably wasn't as many comedians as there are now. You know, people, harder to get hold of.
Certainly, yeah. So it was a bit of a struggle. So we got to the tent.
And I don't know if you remember as well, by the way, because I don't know how, because I've been going a bit longer than you.
Yeah, a few years more than me, innit?
So can you remember how you used to get comedy gigs before the Facebook Comedy Forum?
Well, I used to get like phone calls and
Ring
stuff.
people.
Yeah.
So before that...
I just sit next to the one phone in Knaresborough and hope that someone rings. Hello, Knaresborough.
What are the flags saying today? I think the message is for me.
There used to be loads of different websites that were essentially websites with forums on them.
Yeah, the Manchester Comedy
The
Forum,
Manchester
the
Comedy
Chortle Forum.
the Chortle
Yeah.
Forum. And you'd have to check about 6 websites. It was a right fucking
And you'd
pain
get
in the
distracted by the rows on it and people trolling each other.
cock. This is it.
Yeah.
And so really it was a lot harder to book acts quickly than it is now.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway.
It's difficult now to get acts with 2 hours notice. So we're driving there, and I get there, and Peter's in a flap. He's like, I'm sorting the running order. Can you just go and get ready? Here's your top hat and your whip. I went, what? And he went, it's the circus. We're doing it in a circus tent. Yeah. And he was like, you're not the compere tonight. You're the ringmaster.
I thought you were going to say lion tamer. Fucking hell, that's kicking out, isn't it?
So he went, have some fun with it. And I was like, oh no. So I had to look what it was. And it was a typical big top circus tent. So you've got the big sand circle thing in the middle, and then all around the seats. Now they weren't seats, they were like, do you remember those benches you had at school which were like really long?
Yeah.
In December you could like get a good bounce.
Sure.
Just these long benches all the way around. So I was like, all right, now then my nerves started kicking in, because then I'm immediately starting to think about things like oh shit, what am I going to do? And I'm trying to think of funny circus puns, and my head had just gone. I was so nervous. And Pete went, right, got it sorted. Here's who's on, and it was literally just scribbled on a bit of paper some names. So I just got my pen, just wrote on my hand, and he went, he said, now just go and wait by the side. They're going to call you on in a second. I was like, we're starting now. He's like, yes, we're starting now. I was like, oh fuck. So I went on in a bit of a panic, and I started to compare. So I'm like cracking the whip. I'm like, welcome everyone to the circus. Your ringmaster, Barry Dodds. Got 3 clowns for you, gonna come on doing all this bollocks, right? And it actually turned out to be quite good fun. And then I thought...
You had a genius way of bringing people onto the stage, though, didn't you? You had a...
Well, what
a light bulb went off.
Yeah, I had a think, and I was like, because I said to the audience, I went, listen, some compares sometimes get like, oh, all the women cheer like men, or the men cheer like women, or you're going to be team A, you're going to be team B, and you are going to be team C, blah, 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 all that shit, right? And I said, but we're going to do it different because it's the circus. So you're going to be team A. Now, because I'm in the round thing, and the lights are in my eyes, I've misjudged what my half of Team A is, which is about 50 people, and then a stop, where it goes to the outside of the tent. And I went, and you're going to be Team B, which was about 300 people.
Right. Okay.
I said, and we're not going to cheer like things. We're going to be the circus animals. So I'm there with a whip and a top hat. I went, you're going to be Team A, you're going to be the circus lions. So I went, right, so come on, everyone, get your claws out. So everyone's doing that, and go, all right, start roaring. They're going, rah, rah, rah. I was like, oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I went, and Team B, you're going to be the circus monkeys. And they were like, all right, okay, fair enough, we'll go with this. So I went, give it a go. And because of the bouncy benches, they could get like a proper bounce. I was like, give it, and they're like, ooh, ooh. I was like, oh, this is perfect, it's good fun. So I went, right, let's bring it together. Team A, go. 50 people going, rah, and I went, Team B, and there's 300 people going, ooh. I went, ladies and gentlemen, Junior Simpson,
who is a black comedian.
Who walked out. I walked past him. I looked him dead in the eye, shook his hand, and went, have a good one. And I got backstage, and I can't believe I'm telling this story.
It was like a Millwall game in the 80s.
I got backstage.
People throwing bananas at him and shit.
I'm having a good game in Italy.
Killian's on the floor laughing outside the tent. So I look over at Roger Monkhouse, who's the other act grabbed at last minute. He's got his hand over his mouth, texting.
It's already spreading.
Yeah, there's one with a hand over the mouth, one like that, and one like that.
I looked at Peter, and the colour was draining from it, ironically. And he went, have a look. I went, what's the matter with you? Look. And he went, just look through. And I pulled back, and honestly, I could just see silhouetted just one bloke stood on his own in the spotlight as 300 people were like readjusting themselves, having all just done a big en masse monkey impression led by the compere. It was the longest 20 minutes of my life.
I'll tell you what, though, at least you had your whip.
It was awful. Every time I see Junior, I apologise. We get on really well. I'm actually good mates with Junior.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, shout out, Junior. Yeah.
You're friends with one now.
He came to me housewarming when I moved house, and someone just went,
Well, he was working the door.
This is what I mean. They said that I would have properly laughed at that, but I'm on it, and I do a podcast that's people with social anxieties and worriers.
Yeah, shout out the Warriors, by the way. Great podcast.
Warriors podcast. If you are a fan of that podcast, please don't watch this.
I was going to say, the lap over in Venn diagram between people that listen to that and this is going to be the most self-hating,
me.
worried people.
Me, when I edit that and appear on this.
People are worried they're not offensive enough. That's all it is.
It was just so, and I said to him when he came up, I went, mate, I am, and he went, I could see it was a completely innocent mistake because you couldn't have looked me in the eyes with that happy smile without being just completely unaware of what was happening behind you when you walked off.
So funny.
Well, speaking of people who've done things they're ashamed of, I did something on Saturday.
Oh my God, this is a great story.
Okay, so Friday night, as we record this, is a couple of days after the Have a Word Arena show.
The what?
The Have a Word Arena show.
No, I
mate.
didn't. No, it didn't register.
Right. Oh, you were out getting a Mackey's for most of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I fucking was, because you can see 5 anytime. Sorry, you can see 3.
Yeah, 3. 3 of 5 were on the Have a Word Arena show.
Mate,
it was fucking incredible.
They did,
night.
right.
Yeah.
I remember sat down on the stage watching 5-3, and I was laughing a little bit because they were doing the everybody get up singing.
I forgot how much they rap badly.
Yeah. And honestly, it was like 3 dads. Do you know what I mean? And it was weird. But what really made me laugh is in the little dance when the little gay run that they did to change position.
Yeah.
Just fucking killed me. They did this little run where they kind of flick their heels up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But then they do this little gay run, like, ooh, and then they go back to fucking grabbing their dicks and swinging and going, 5 will make you get down. And they do a little gay and then they do, bring it up, boom, bada ha. It just, it just made me fucking howl. And then they did keep on moving. I got bored, went and got a Mackey's.
Yeah.
I thought that was a setup.
No, genuinely, what
I
happened
couldn't
was...
believe it that you genuinely did fuck off to get a McDonald's.
That's how much you hate music.
Honestly, no, it was more the greed. Literally, the second me, Finn, and Freddie got off stage. So me, Freddie, with Finn Taylor, did a little roast section in the middle of the show.
We did well. We
had a great night.
absolutely.
The whole show was fucking incredible, though. It was amazing. Big shout out to Have a Word and all the lids for having us. It was fucking incredible.
And an extra shout out to the gentleman that we got on stage. So we said basically, we said beforehand, we were like, look, pick 8 people, try and mix it up a little.
So they all look a bit different.
And what they got,
if anyone looks weird, get them. You know,
and by weird you mean
disabled, gay, ethnic, any of the above.
Yeah, bit old.
None of them at that gig. That was the whitest arena I've ever seen.
No,
in my
I did.
entire life.
Every time I spotted someone who wasn't white, I was like, oh. Okay, cool. There's one.
Yeah, someone's come along with a listener, you know. Anyway, so we were like literally just, a mix of people. And what was brought back to us was basically the most similar 8 lads you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
There was one guy with a mullet and one guy who was dead fat. But apart from that, if I said to you, I want you to go out into your local town centre this afternoon and you've got 2 hours to pick 6 of the most similar people.
Yeah.
That would be what the rest
They
was.
could have been brothers.
Yeah.
Legit, it could be all the same family. Anyway, the big fat lad, he fell off the stage.
Oh my God, it was so
on the way
bad.
back and crushed a cameraman.
So he went off to we should have got them to go down the other steps. But we weren't in charge of marshalling people. We were just saying
I thought there was going to be a stagehand on the stage to come off this way.
But they missed that. So they were going off, and there was a proper bit of stairs to go down at the back of the stage. Then you could also get off of the side of the stage to go down to this technical bit on a riser where they had monitors and all that. But there was a little step down to that, and this guy stepped on it, and it just came loose and moved. And because he only had little legs and a big barrel body, he just sort of flipped over in the fall, bounced, when his legs went over the back of his head like that, and he rolled and fell off that riser and just crushed this photographer.
Legit, it looked so much like WWE. I thought Jim Ross was going to be, the humanity! It was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
The cameraman as well did that great thing that cameramen do when they're getting crushed or when they're getting battered or when they're in the line of fire, which is where they just protect their equipment at all costs. Like, crush my subtle body, but please don't ruin my Canon lens.
Like a pissed up person with a pint.
Yeah.
So I hope you're all right.
There was one blow. I honestly thought when I looked at him, I thought, when I looked at them, my first thought was, are there children missing in his local area? but he looked like, I thought he was going to go for you.
Which one?
I think it was the last bloke you
Oh,
spoke
was that
to.
the one where I said about the teeth?
He looked like he was on stage, he hadn't smiled, laughed, enjoyed it, and he just looked
really
like he was
angry,
ready to go for you.
I said to him...
They did all volunteer to be there.
I said to him...
Yeah, but you've got a chance to get up close and personal with Quinn. There was half of the Islamic community of the UK trying to get close to him a few weeks
Do
ago,
you know
if
what?
you remember.
It's funny, I actually got a death threat yesterday.
Yeah.
On Instagram. Somebody sent me a gun emoji.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, question marks. He went, you live in Preston, don't you? And I was like, block. Yeah. Still not really fully gone away.
And just, so the opportunity to get up close and personal with Quinn, look at...
Would have been spectacular if you got stabbed in front of 9,000 people. That'd been amazing.
Put a shift in them.
Do you reckon they'd have carried on
That's
the
been
show?
one of those big long kebab knives.
Not going to be... And not somebody you can hide in a sock, is it?
You have to pull out a katana.
One of those a fucking harpoon running.
A whale gun.
Yeah, he gets fucked up by a Japanese whaler.
Yeah. Huge net over him.
But
So you're like, now we got a bigger bow.
So the second we got off stage, he's like, right, we're getting a Mackey's now. Right, literally the second we're like buzzing, and we're in the corridor walking back to the green room, and he's on his phone.
I'm on Uber Eats.
On Uber Eats. Honestly, we didn't make it to the dressing room before he'd ordered.
Oh, okay.
And then-
I don't really recall you saying this at the time. You were more like, oh, thank you, mate, for my McPlant.
Yeah, I only ended up eating half of it on stage shirtless. But yeah, so like we got called back on stage
Lobbed
to
your chips into the crowd as well, didn't
chips
you?
to the crowd.
I lobbed my nuggets into the crowd.
Yeah.
And I threw most of them like nicely. And then the last one I was like, fuck it, I'm never going to get a chance to do this again. So I just shook it into the crowd. And apparently it hit a woman in the face really well. Because you won't see a nugget flying from the crowd, but it cleared the first section, and hit somebody in the face.
Imagine if you get sued for that.
Someone tweeted me to say you genuinely cleared a woman.
So yeah, because when we get called back on stage for this like dance at the end, after like 5 minutes of being on stage, Freddie just went, Mackey's is here, and just fucked off to go collect it, and then came back on with it. It was fucking class. Because Adam Rowe announced to the crowd that he goes, like, there's this bit like Johnny Bongo's DJ, and the music just like stops in the middle of a drop, and he goes, Freddy Quinne's gone to Mackey's, and I'm not even messing. Huge cheer from the crowd. Beat kicks back in.
It's on brand. What do people want?
So fucking funny. At one point, I'm like dancing on stage, and like this guy in the crowd goes like this to me, and I go over to him, and he just goes, points at Freddy, he goes, he's a fat cunt.
Oh, do you know what? I had a great moment as well. There was a guy, shout out to this bloke if you're listening. He comes running up to me, and this was before we'd been on, and he goes, avocado.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, like sometimes people will quote things back from this podcast, and I don't know what it is because we've said so much. We were just talking before this about how scary it is sometimes where you get a tweet and it's at you and it's like, oh, it's so funny when you said that like raping a baby had hurt your dick or whatever. And you're like, what did I just, what? Why did I say that? You know, because you just forget what you said.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
Hurt? It doesn't hurt. So, anyway, thanks for coming, Barry. Anyway,
That's the one for socials, is it?
So anyway, right. This guy comes, avocado, and I went, oh hiya, it's avocado.
Why are you shouting fruit at me?
It's actually a lagoon. I've no idea. It just seems right, doesn't it? So I was like, oh, you watched the podcast, the Sex Dungeon special? It took a minute before I realised.
That was what we assigned as Freddy's safe word in the dungeon.
Yes.
So he goes, mate, he goes, I've got to thank you. I went to that Sex Dungeon on my on your recommendation. best night of my fucking life. He took his missus the night before because they were going up for have a word. They were like, should we just check out that horrible sex dungeon? And they fucking loved it. And they
that's nice.
Spreading joy.
Shout out to the townhouse. We'll be waiting for our commission in the post.
Yeah, if they could send us 10% of that cum.
Speaking of such matters, can I give a shout out to Becky Goodwin?
Yes.
And apologise.
This was really funny. So I invited Becky, friend of the podcast, absolute legend. Probably our podcast goat, I would say, or up there.
Yeah.
Most viewed episodes.
It's definitely on our Hall of Fame. I invited her to the podcast because I love her to pieces.
I'd seen her on it, and I thought that she was one of your best guests.
She's a top lass. She's just a great hang.
So down to earth, so normal, nice sound.
Yeah.
And we were walking through the arena afterwards, just going through that little artist village that they call it, round to the dressing rooms. And you walked past with Becky, and I saw her. So she had no context of who I was, and I just like, oh, love your work.
Yeah.
And she,
no. You said I'm a big fan of your work.
I'm a big fan of your work. And she went, oh, cheers.
Yeah.
And I was like, immediately had to do like the partridge thing of turning on me.
Not-
I was going,
not
no,
cum.
not the like. And then I was sort of like going. I was like, ask Freddy. I know who you are because of Dead Men. I'm not being watched. I mean, I have watched. Let's face it, everyone in this room's watched.
Well, I got shown, like, Becky was, like, talking to me about cameras and lighting and that, and then she goes, like, what do you think of this? She shows this video of her getting railed by two dudes. I'm like, the lighting is lovely.
I was waiting for her in the hotel because I was sat next to her, and I was waiting for her to before the show, and I was at the bar, and this guy comes up to me, are you here for Have a Word? I was like, yeah, and he goes, are you a patron? Like, no, I prefer Dead Men Talking. I'm trying to, he's like, oh, it's a bit brutal for me, that, but... I loved it when that OnlyFans slag came on, though. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to sit down now and it will blow his fucking mind when she walks in.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like, we've had a few of them. You know, it could have been a different one.
Do you know, one of my absolute favourite things, I got this message through on Thursday, just before the arena show. I got this message through on Twitter. Yeah. I'm sat in a Mexican restaurant near the Have a Word arena, and I can see Not Gay Tom sat on his own, and he looks really depressed.
Honestly, right, when you showed that message, when I went for that meal...
Just imagine his little sad face.
Just a little sad. His legs dangling.
Kicking. Oh. They won't let me order from the children's menu.
Where's my crayons?
I can only eat 4 nugs.
No, the weird thing is, when I went for that meal, I was eating it, and I remember thinking, you know what? I really like going out for tea on my own. I'm going to do it more often. Yeah. And then you sent me that message that I was really sad. I was actually really happy.
Mate.
Someone sent me a photograph of somebody who we know, and I haven't got the photo. It was a comic who we work with on the circuit, who the person who showed me the photograph has asked me not to name because apparently they've lost their sense of humour about it.
Right.
But they were on
Which makes it even funnier.
They were on their own eating an Nando's in Edinburgh during the Fringe. And someone went, is that him off that Practical Jokers? Right, that's narrowed it down.
Shout out to Paul McCaffrey.
He's the only one we work with.
And they took a photograph of him, and it's not good. It's really bad.
Why?
Because he's like mid-shoe. He's like on his own.
Well, that Ed Miliband when he ate that bacon.
It cost him an election, that photo.
He's just sat on his own in the Nando's. It looks...
Well, do you know what? It's so weird that you said that because I got tagged in Instagram, right, of somebody, and I was on stage at this point at the arena, and I was talking to one of the dancers, right, and she started talking to me. Lovely girl, can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Nice girl, right?
Lovely. But look at this backstory he's inventing on the fly.
We started.
No, she started talking to me. Yeah,
we started talking.
She asked me to touch her.
We started talking a little bit, and I was
said,
like,
"Can you smell my hair?" And he went, "All right."
I've just got this really itchy minge, and I've got drinks in both my hands. Go on then.
Itching.
Give us them drinks.
Yeah. And then threw a chicken nugget at her, knocked her out.
And I literally just had a little conversation with her. And then afterwards, I said, she was taking a picture of the thing, and I said, I'll film you if you want, like for a story. And she did the little Indian dancing and stuff, filmed her. Nice girl, saw her again at the after party. And literally it. And I got tagged. It was like, oh, Freddie was shooting his shot, and then she left. And it's like, no, I had a conversation with a woman, and then it ended. Like, that's what happens sometimes.
When you talk to women, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm
Either it ends
I'm
or-
going to quote unquote shoot my shot, I'm not going to do it in front of 10,000 people in an arena. I'm going to do it in a corridor where they're vulnerable. That's
No, you're going to belt an old woman with a chicken nugget with force.
mate, I fucking lobbed it. I'll tell you what, I held it like that as well, and I proper threw it with whip.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like properly.
And you've got the build of like a female Bulgarian shot putter as well.
I throw chicken nuggets for better life for my family.
There's a guy called Nedge who was on Balls of
Yeah,
Steel.
yeah.
There's a video of him doing drive-by, where he's just like got a box of nuggets at McDonald's and just pull up next to a bus stop and just start fucking hammering nuggets at people. And I don't know why, but the people like they've been set up by their mates, but just one bloke just getting fucking pelted. I don't know why I find it funny.
I threw a pie off the top deck of a bus once and it landed on a man's head, and it was one of my favourite things. Have I ever told you the Amsterdam story?
I don't know.
It's a fucking good story. So we went to Amsterdam a long time ago. I was about 19. We're all really fucked. Anyway, long story short, we ended up, one of the lads was sick in a carrier bag and left it on the radiator in the room. Right?
Was it not child friendly, this carrier bag? 'Cause when they got those little holes in the bottom, if you vom in one of those.
It was full of hot sick.
Right. Okay. Okay. It was contained.
Which hotel was this?
It was a bad one.
Was it the Bulldog?
Fuck knows.
Oh,
There's
right.
a lot of bad hotels in
Yeah,
Amsterdam.
yeah.
Like most of the hotels in the city are fucking
It was
horrid.
right in the centre. It's about 15 years ago. Anyway, our room was about 3 or 4 stories up. So we had this bag of hot sick. It's 6 a.m. Let's throw it out the window, right? So we all leaned out the window. My mate Glenn was a horrible, horrible man. We leant
I love that
over.
you've added his surname in as well.
Yeah, fuck him. Bald bastard. Anyway,
And he's bald if you want to look at him on Facebook.
Yeah,
Check out the
yeah,
profile pictures.
so we all leant out the window. And there was a woman walking past on her way to work. She had like a full suit on.
Threw sick on her.
A bag of hot sick landed on her head and exploded and went fucking everywhere. All of us jumped back, all twat our heads in the window. We were laughing about. Honestly, it was an hour before anyone spoke. It was the funniest thing that's ever happened, right?
This is why people hate it when like England get knocked out of fucking World
Wait,
Cup.
the story it goes on, right? So later that day, my mate went to buy some clogs for his mum, and
What?
yeah,
Lads!
yeah.
I want to be able to hear that slag coming.
So while he was
When I'm knocking boots, I wanted to make a little fucking clock.
The fucking mate clogs for you.
she wanted to put plants in him, right?
It's the only thing that'll fit a fucking trotters.
So, but when he got there was loads of carrier bags. So we nicked a load of carrier bags, like 20 carrier bags. But we didn't have any sick, but we were just throwing just water just on the street trying to hit people. And Glenn was pretty good at it. Glenn, ball bastard, was throwing this water. He was getting good. And then we had a... I was like, oh, shit, right, we'll just deny everything, right? And the manager of the hotel comes in and he goes, you guys throwing shit out the window? I've got the police up my ass. And we're like, nah, it weren't us, mate. He went, it must be someone else in the hotel. There's no one else in the hotel. It's you guys. I went, it's not us, mate. He went, carrier bags like that. Still got fucking loads of the same carrier bag in the room. And he went, this is your last chance. One more and you're out. I was like, okay. That's
Wow.
yeah,
I'll tell you what,
yeah, great.
He turned into an American baseball coach quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, so that's
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, mate.
Yeah.
Now, you thought that story was good. We're going to just anti-inception ourselves here because we've gone too far out. So, we had a great night. I might have fallen down the stairs.
No.
Oh, should we tell that one first?
We'll tell this one because what happened with this one is I haven't had all the full details. But I'd nipped off a little earlier than you guys. I went home about 3:30, somewhere around there.
Pussy!
Yeah, I was in my hotel room, struggling to sleep for some reason, and
Why? Something like that.
because I was
The
full of
adrenaline, wasn't it?
the adrenaline.
The
adrenaline.
Natural
I get
adrenaline.
very excited when I take E's. So-
He couldn't sleep because next door he could just hear two clogs banging.
So like, I was like, just listening to a podcast, chilling out, thinking about my nice night, and I just get a text from Tom, and he's like, "Mate, I'm too pissed to remember this, so I've got to tell you, but Freddie's just fallen down some stairs, and it took 4 people to pick him up."
I had to mention in case I forgot.
It's a 4-man job.
Right.
4 people can throw a smart car into a canal.
Right. Here's what happened. Here's what happened in its entirety, right? So first of all, Freddie said, "Get me a drink, get me a Blue Wicked." I was like,
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you want a Blue Wicked?
So can I say that I've been drinking Blue Wickeds since we'd left
Oh yeah, you'd have a lot. Yeah.
thingamajig.
This doesn't make it better.
Well, hang about. I was shot in all of them, right? Because I don't like sitting. So I don't like when I'm pissed. I want to just shot a drink and move on, and then shot a drink and move on. I don't want to sit with a drink and because it just takes too long. I'd rather just woof.
Why don't
So-
you do
you nailed
buy
it.
shots?
So no, because they're not big enough. So I'd rather have a drink and then shot. I don't know, mate.
You-
I don't-
it's the
Same amount of
I'd had
booze,
quite-
but
I'd
in a
had-
smaller...
I'd had quite a lot of shots as well. Everyone.
We
Everything
were all
was a mess.
pissed. We were all pissed. It's about 4 or 5 in the morning.
You'd put a video on of me shotting a bottle of Blue Wicked, and it looks like I'm trying to show off.
It looks like you're trying to suck it off. It
Right.
looks like you're trying to make it come. The video is horrible. At
Well-
one point, you tickle it like that.
But
When he put it down, he called it a dirty bitch.
but what was missing from
You should have a
that?
fucking clog on you.
It looked like I'd gone to Tom. Hey, video me because I'm going to do this shot.
Oh no, he's on
When
me. He's on me.
actually, I was just doing it all night, and it was maybe the 4th one I'd done in that venue. I was just doing that, and then he videoed it, but it looked like it was like, "Hey, look how quickly I can drink this." When actually, that was just how I was drinking it.
You see, I watched it and I was really annoyed because your technique was dreadful.
Yeah, because I'm not trying. I'm just trying to drink it as quick as I can.
I am aware of that, but you what you need is a straw.
I had a straw.
Well, why didn't you get a straw and torpedo it?
I had a straw in the
Yeah, there
thing.
was
I
a
was
straw.
trying to torpedo it. I was just fucked.
Oh, right.
Because I've been doing
okay.
that. Again, that was the 4th one I'd done since leaving Luban.
I don't believe he did have a straw because he normally orders them. Strawpedo, barman, hold the straw.
Pedo barman. Pedo.
You're just a
comma,
pedo.
barman.
Pedo barman.
Excuse me,
Sounds
bar-
like a GTA character.
Excuse me, Bam, can I have a pedo?
Yeah, excuse me, man that only sells drinks. Might I have a paedophile? Are you sure you would like a child? No, I would like a paedophile.
Yeah.
I'd like an adult paedophile. To
I
go
want
this
an
night out.
accomplice.
Rob's gone home. I need another one.
I need someone to pin the blame on.
Well, that was a thought that hit me in the car when I was driving home as well, because I remembered because we chat a lot in the car, me and you.
We do.
We
Oh
do.
my God,
We do. We're little
yeah.
car buddies. We do a
Yeah.
lot of talking. And I was driving home. Now, we all had a hotel room because you checked me in.
Yeah.
And someone, I like to believe, for my own hilarity, that it was intentional that you weren't allocated a room. And you didn't have a room. And I was talking to you on the phone. You were like, I'm going to have to get a hotel. And I said, look, I'm probably just going to do it and go home because I don't drink.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go. You can just have my hotel room. See, Rob, he's got the key. So I'm about halfway down the M6, and I was like, "What's he gonna do in that room? That's fucking my room with any DNA."
Did you not hear what I did? I thought they'd rung you. Oh, shit.
What did you do in the room? Because it'll be my name. It's under.
I thought it would be under the Have a Word name.
No, it was under.
It was under Barry Dodds, yeah.
Okay, right. Well, we'll say right. Okay,
Can we say it?
yeah. So I can't believe.
What have you done?
I thought you already knew this. So there was some lipstick that was left over from the last people that were in there, and I drew swastika. I drew a swastika on the shower because I thought you'd just be able to shower it off, and then I just put one on one of the pillows. I can't believe no one's told you that.
Get me that phone number now for that hotel, because I'm not having that. They'll think that's me.
The thing, fucking Dodds has
It was
been
only
on.
like 2 swastikas. What's it matter?
He signed.
One is enough.
Yeah. He signed it Barry Dodds with 2 S's that done like lightning bolts.
You didn't.
I'm joking, Barry.
Yeah, of course you
he's
fucking
joking.
didn't. What hotel room has a lipstick left in it? Jesus, Barry. He also had his own room in the end.
So, I had your key didn't work. So I couldn't get in. I ended up using Vittorio's key.
Yeah.
And then stayed. It was quite nice, actually. Anyway, I'm pissed. I fell down the stairs. I fell down literally about half a flight of stairs. It fucking hurt.
We were walking down, and honestly, I was on my phone and I heard an almighty crash. It was loud, and I looked
Drink
down.
just starts shaking.
It was honestly. It was like a.
All the fucking pictures coming off the walls.
It was like a spiral
A
as
fission
well.
opens up in the floor.
In Jersey, a hotel crumbles.
It was like a
Fucking
spiral
that feels a bit
staircase.
too recent. Oh, it's January, Willie.
Yeah, it's fine.
They'll have found them by now. They'll have been recovered. I'm not sure I want that going out. That's fucking...
That's going out.
So it was like a spiral, and Freddy fell like down the spiral. And my first
It
thought
was a spiral staircase.
Yeah.
Oh, my image of this has been
Well,
all
it
wrong.
was like a turn. It was like a turn.
It was curved. It was like a backwards
curved.
arc.
I'm going to imagine you falling down a spiral staircase just for my own
Just at the
amusement.
top, just-
You know, like when you put a 2p in one of those machines outside the supermarket.
like something from fucking Mousetrap.
Yeah, the
Was
fat
it a
cunt
little
goes
diver?
down. Yeah, he pointing.
Big cage falls on him, but don't fit. So anyway, Freddy's at the bottom of these stairs. And my immediate thought was, I've got to film this. This would be amazing. Yeah. But he genuinely looked like he was in a lot of pain.
So-
and people were like really concerned, So then I thought, I'll just message Rob and then and tell him what happened, and then I'll film it in a bit.
So, from my perspective, right, I fell down the stairs and it wasn't one of those where you fell down and you just thought, I hit every fucking step.
Yeah.
I hit every single one. And I've had problems with my back before.
Rolf Harris was fuming.
And so,
Wouldn't have happened if one of those steps was uneven.
so I hit the bottom with a bit of a thud as well, right?
You don't say.
And
I imagined you would have floated down like a feather.
and do you know what? When I was led there, I knew this was going to happen. I was fucking led there.
It'd be a lot worse if I'd fucking filmed it.
I was imagining the podcast later on. So anyway, right, I fell down the steps, thud-dud-dud-dud-dud, and I landed there, and I took a second. I was like, that really hurt a lot. And then I went to move my leg, and I was like, yeah, that hurts quite a lot, that. I was like, you know when you fall or you hurt yourself, you go, just give me a minute just to get used to the pain. And then I'm
Because
just
you
gonna
couldn't
get
stand up like a turtle.
Right. So, but people just saw me, let's be fair, a big lad that had just taken a big fall and wasn't moving.
Yeah.
And some people were losing their shit.
Oh yeah, there was honestly a moment after I'd stopped laughing where I was like, he could have broken his back here, and it was because of the stairs. It was like a basement, so I was like, how would we actually get him out? I was genuinely like trying to work it out.
It sounds like you went down that. Like, have you ever seen like a pub getting its barrels delivered?
Yeah. that's bang on. That's exactly like that. That's exactly like that. So, I'm led there, but I'm led there just for a minute. But then people are visibly upset. They think I've.
Yeah,
I think I would have died laughing.
it was all people that didn't know you as well.
Yeah, I had to get. I got helped up. I got helped up by about 4 people.
It was exactly 4.
and it was literally just
It's too many people.
No, they pulled me up in the same way, like, you know, in the Amish erect a board. just kind of pull it up.
They actually had to do it in 2 stages. He got his sat up, and then they had to have a bit of a rest, and then did it again.
Yeah, they waited for the night shift to come in and prop me up.
Oh, fucking hell.
So, I got up, and I was fine. I'll be honest with you, it's 3 or 4 days later now. My back fucking kills.
Yeah.
I've been taking ibuprofen.
What was the name of this establishment?
Teddy's.
Teddy's, that was it.
Can we get in touch with Fred? With
There
Teddy's?
must be CCTV.
There will be. Well,
Yeah.
In my mind, it'll be even funnier if it's that CCTV, where it only takes like a snap every 2 seconds to
Shorty's
save memory.
And then me walking into shot, just laughing my head off.
I just want a screenshot of like a split second after he first slips, where he first realises in the air, he's like, what? I can picture the noise of the
In my mind, it goes to like bullet time as you slip.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Brace for impact! I'm so sorry. I'm such a hypocrite. Sat here like a fucking male model.
No, it's fine. It's fine. This is what happens every time.
Yeah.
So anyway, it hurts and still does hurt quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm fine. The worst thing is that I've got a pain shooting down the front of my left leg because it's like
Okay.
nerves in it. Do you know what
That's
I
your
mean?
right leg.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
That's your right leg.
Yeah.
There you go. And I've lost my left and right.
So two fat cunts fell down some big things that night, innit? Yeah.
So
Bad night for the big lads.
I'll be fine. Anyway, the next morning.
Oh, the next morning,
everyone was a bit fresh. I went for breakfast with Rebecca.
Yeah, I came and joined you.
Clockworks. The fucking internet signal's crap there because I wanted to fucking like see if everyone was all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was fucking hanging out my arse. It's just night out and it's hangover time. But you had a different story, didn't you?
Yeah. So I did put this in the group, but then I deleted it so Rob couldn't see it, could have saved this. I did something that I am ashamed of.
Yeah.
Go on, what are you ashamed of?
So I got up and I had to leave the room because I missed a checkout. And I thought, right, I'll drive home. And I got to my car. I was like, there's no fucking way I can drive now. I was still pissed. No way. I'll go and get some breakfast. I can go get some breakfast. No, still can't do it. I need to go somewhere. So I went to a coffee shop. I don't really like hot drinks, but I'll get a hot chocolate just for someone to have.
We've all had that bit where you're hungover and you're searching for the thing that is going to sort you out. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it did not sort me out.
It did not.
It's very funny. Just even the image of a tiny little man with a big hot chocolate is very funny. You with a big long spoon with 2 hands.
That's another thing. The amount of people on Friday night that came up to me saying, "You're not even that small." There's one guy who's like 5'2". He's like, "Fucking gutted."
Yeah, if you're shorter than Tom, fucking
I've
hell.
not seen you standing. Can I have a quick look at it? No, do you finish
He
it?
is.
I'm not the smallest man alive.
Yeah. You're
Anyway,
just by far the smallest man in this room.
yeah, I'm just freakishly small in here. Yeah. Anyway, so finish my hot chocolate and I get out to leave, and immediately I was like, I need to shit in 30 seconds. Like, it's gonna come out, right? So I went to the toilets and it was like mixed
Are
toilet.
you lactose intolerant?
Well, I think I'm just allergic to hot drinks, right? So there was one person, there's a woman ahead of me in the queue. It was like mixed toilets, right? And I was like, I have to go in front of this woman. So I said, excuse me, can I go in front of you? I've got Crohn's disease. And she went, oh, yes, of course. And then I went into the disabled one, right? And so I was in the disabled toilet, and I may as well just pour the hot chocolate down. So it was fucking horrendous, right? It's in there a while. And then I got out, and I was like, right, I think I can drive now. And I opened the disabled toilet, and there's a disabled woman sat there waiting for that toilet.
Oh, God. Oh, how disabled? What are we talking?
Like a wheelchair. She had a wheelchair.
She had Crohn's disease.
Yeah, Crohn's disease. She had a little bag.
Good.
But if I didn't do it, I would have shit myself, definitely.
Did you put on a limp when you came out of the toilet?
You don't have a limp if you have Crohn's.
Yeah, but the woman in the wheelchair doesn't know you've got Crohn's.
I just put my wallet in my jumper.
Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah, I'm deeply ashamed, but also I just had to do it. I had to say something.
It's quite a good lie in that situation because you do functionally have Crohn's in that moment.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah.
the same issue, just on a short scale.
I almost said IBS, but I didn't think IBS would cut it. I don't think that's serious
IBS is
enough.
That doesn't.
Whereas Crohn's people go, oh, fucking hell, yeah.
Although IBS should be enough because you are saying to them, I am going to shit myself.
Yeah, that's basically what I said, but just in
yeah.
a different way.
I have Crohn's disease.
Can we just quickly have a look at all of the things? Like, can we have a look at some people with Crohn's disease just to see what they
No,
look like?
I'm not sure. I just want to look at pictures of people with Crohn's.
No,
disease.
let's not do that.
Like, say if there's any celebrity sufferers.
Yeah, let's see who celebrity Crohn's disease.
I think Dynamo, the magician, he's got Crohn's disease, yeah.
I'm going to make this poo disappear.
I saw...
keeps shitting packs of cards.
I saw...
It just does a splat and it says 5 of hearts.
He's got toilet paper in his sleeve and just goes out for ages.
When he casts a magic spell, he goes, Imodium.
I saw Dynamo once at a festival. I went, Dynamo, and I gave him a high five and stuff, and then went on my way.
Maybe that's how you caught it.
Yeah. Well, then later I saw him again, and I went, Dynamo, remember before when I gave you a high five? I went, he did not enjoy that, but all his mates were pissing themselves laughing. For audio listeners, I put my hand up my sleeve so it looked like I had no hand.
Yeah. Nice one.
Wonderful.
Have you got a lovely question?
I can do. I've not done a graphic.
Oh, I hate this jingle. It's
Yeah.
the jingle sets me on edge. The pre-record thing.
Yeah, it's annoying, isn't
I've
it?
actually not got... I've got one, but it's for the next record that we're doing later, so
Okay.
just put the jingle in now, editor.
All right. Tom's lovely question. Ding, 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 ding. Nods.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Lovely questions. What should we go for? Let's go backwards. If you could design your own sex toy, what would the design/features be, and what would you call it? That's from Naomi Mitchell.
If you could design your own sex toy, what would the design features be and what would you call it?
It'd be like a rubber clog.
Just be a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah. Yours would be like an easy bake oven with a flashlight attached to it. Bing, brownies, nom, 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 jizz.
It's basically a toaster with an arsehole.
Yeah.
Toaster with an arsehole.
Yeah. Like, we're not topping toaster with an arsehole.
Yeah, all right. Should we go back to Matt Lander's other one then? What
right.
would you have in your secret underground nuclear bunker, such as what kind of rooms and features would it have?
Okay. Well, like, I need to have a grow room area. I need to be able to keep myself
Do you
in
know
a
what?
constant supply of drugs.
A grow room is actually a really, really, really good shout.
Yeah. Mine's just weed, though, to be honest. I've not really thought ahead on food supply.
No. I meant for weed as well.
Because you're going to be fucking bored in your bunker. Like, it was the only thing I stocked up with over lockdown. It was like I bought 3 ounces when I thought everything was going to shut down. My dealer didn't miss a day, though, to be fair.
Is that a...
That's quite a lot of weed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know about what happened with me and the cannabis gummies?
Please fill us in. I'm sure you might have told me, but my memory's dog shit.
So I gave up, and I say I don't drink. I'll have a drink once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Like I like sort of rare whiskies as well, like Isla stuff like that. But I decided at the start of the lockdown, just so I'm not going to drink, and because I can't do hangovers anymore. I don't think I'll ever have another hangover again because I couldn't deal with it. I was starting to. I don't want to do the mental health podcast. I just could feel it was hangovers were having a long impact, so I knocked it on the head. But what I found is getting through lockdown was like every day ends the same. It's just this lockdown, and it was grinding on me. And I realised that some people had the booze to look forward to at the end, like, I'll get pissed at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So I thought, I might try weed. Now, I've never been... I had a couple of years in my 20s where I dabbled with some Class A's when I lived with another comic. And stop doing that. But I never did weed, so I thought, let's give weed a go. Now, I thought,
as a deeply anxious and already paranoid man, why not?
well, I thought
More fuel to the fire, please.
well, I thought I don't want to smoke it because horrible smell. I've given
Sure.
up smoking, so I was like,
I would say in your the way that you are, definitely smoke it.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
someone said you can eat it, and I said, what do you mean? And
Yeah.
they said, well, you can go on Instagram and you can find.
Shout out Green Angel XO on Instagram.
Oh, really? Well, I think these were called like King Candy or something like that.
They've not sent us free stuff though, so they can fuck off.
All right. Okay.
I used to smoke weed every day, and
All right, Snoop Dogg.
and
Smoke weed every day.
Fucking know you.
I have next to no tolerance. I have the tolerance of like a 15-year-old boy trying it for the same time.
Yeah.
I've never been able to build up a tolerance. And it's weird because I'm like that with all drugs, but with alcohol, my tolerance is insanely good. Like
Like
Is
when
it
you
based
fell
on
down
your
those
body
stairs.
mass?
no, I know, but like considering how much I drunk, I wasn't shit-faced.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't fall down the stairs because I was too pissed. I fell down because I'm a clumsy cunt and it was snowing outside. So yeah, alcohol's the one where I've mad tolerance to it. But weed, I will just. So what I do is when I'm smoking it, I will literally roll the weakest joint you've ever seen in your life and just have little bits. And I'm properly like little tiny bits. I wouldn't touch a fucking edible if you paid me.
Yeah,
Well,
because
I
people
th-
always start on edibles because it seems like it's going to be easier and gentler, but it's actually way stronger and harder to
Because
control
once
your dose.
that's in, there's no going back from there, and it's going to take way longer for that to digest and get out.
It
your
also
system.
makes a different chemical, which is more hallucinatory. Like it makes a different chemical in your body.
Well, I have as well. I've been in Amsterdam where I've whiteyed,
Yeah.
and of any drug ever, whiteying's the worst thing that's ever. It
but
was
it lasts.
so shit.
It feels horrible, but it lasts an hour and a half, and then you're fine. It's not like if you overdose on a lot of other drugs, you're dead.
Yeah. But I mean, like, without that, like, it was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. It's like, when you're pissed and the world is spinning, it's like it's spinning on two axes. It's like it's that way and that way. I was just like,
Yeah, I did a bucket bong after absinthe once. I was in the fucking.
Well, you see, this is a chat that I should have had with you at
Yes.
the time.
yeah. So you took a little edible.
So I went on this thing, this King Candy, and they said, oh, it's like Chewits. They make it like Chewits. You buy a bag and it's got 6 Chewits in it. I'll do that. I'll order that, PayPal. And then it arrived and it was in like a little foil pouch. It looked quite professional.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what to do. And I just thought, so what would I do on a night? I thought, I'd probably do 6 cans. It's like 6 pints. That's a night.
no, so you had 6.
So I thought, I'll just eat all 6 of the Chewits.
How do you remember how many milligrams these were?
They were.
Let's have a look on Instagram.
I did order the ones that were strong because I figured it was better value. Like
Sure.
Like I've always been a cider drinker for similar reasons. A can of Scrumpy 6%. Carling 4. No, I'll have the Scrumpy, please. Scott.
Sure. So you went for the high strength.
I went for some, the reasonably high strength ones.
Okay.
8, 6. Got them down quite nice.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah.
They're delicious.
I can't find my Instagram.
And then I could just remember just being sat. And I thought, I need to send an email. It was to Lee, my agent. I thought, I need to send an email to Lee. That's the last thing that I can properly remember. The thing, in my mind, I had the mouse and I was going to send an email. The thing that snapped me out of it was my screensaver coming on that comes on after 2 hours. I'd been sat 2 hours. Just fucked. And it went, oi! And I went, oh, you can't do that. I thought, just relax, no more. Right, have a go on the Xbox. Just turned around, put Forza on. fucking hell, trying to drive at speed. Like, shit, I was like, I was getting nauseous.
Too dangerous.
It was lethal. I was...
He was
banned.
He was sat on the couch trying to put his seatbelt on.
And do you know what? I think it took a week to get over that. I was ruined. It was absolutely fucked.
Yeah, I would say this isn't the fault of weed. This is the fault of your dosing. It's like going, I don't like booze. I drank 8 bottles of whiskey in one go and I felt bad.
No, I am the one at fault. These things were meant to be eaten, but like I think they should put on like serving suggestions.
Well, they do on Green Angel, actually. They give you a little card that tells you how many to have. It's one of the nice things they do. But top tip for future, if you're ever in that, chew on a black peppercorn. If you've not got any CBD around, CBD will sort of counteract it a bit, but chew on a black peppercorn if you get too high.
Really?
Yes.
I was always
and
like...
also have something sugary.
Sugar,
have something sugary, chew on a peppercorn.
Because it was always... Because when we did... I used to do mushrooms back in the day.
Yeah. A bit of orange juice would bring you around.
Orange juice, would kill it. I've always said I won't do drugs again, and not especially after that. But I do know I've got another mushroom trip in me.
Yeah.
And
your best bet, I mean, would be probably just vaping and just being very fucking...
vaping weed just a tiny bit.
Just little footsteps, just little... Because what you did is you long jumped straight into the unknown.
Yeah.
And you just need little tippy toes.
I was having just the dreams that I had that night.
Yeah.
It was,
I've not smoked in ages. Like I say, I just knocked it on the head after Amsterdam.
I've not smoked in about an hour and a half.
But
are you on the ones who has it when you get up in the morning?
Like I do when I'm recording. Like when I get here, when I park up, I just have a little bit of my vape. Just gets me in the mood, you know.
See, my dad should be able to get it because my dad's got MS.
Yeah, he'd be able to get a can card, mate.
Did they do it for
I can get one
Crohn's?
for ADHD.
Did you do it for ADHD?
Yeah, I can get a can card. I've just got to go through like some paperwork and stuff and get a legal cannabis card.
Sharpens you up?
Yeah, well, it sort of... it doesn't sharpen me up.
Well, it takes him an hour and a half to send his emails.
No, what it does for me is because my brain's so mental anyway, it slows it down a little bit so it's manageable and I can actually use it. So it's like rather than my brain going like, it just goes.
Is this like that woman who was having the fight with the courts to get it legally for her kids because it was actually...
He was having seizures though. I think it was a bit more serious than me not being able to find my keys. Yeah, I think that kid was in danger of brain damage, whereas I'm just a bit of a spanner.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So go
Sorry,
gently
Freddie,
on the drugs.
I kept on talking over your iPod.
No, it's fine. I was going to say as well, what we should do is, I know how much you love a ghost hunt. I imagine weed and ghost hunts would go hand in hand.
They go very well together, yeah.
No.
I've never, so I've got no desire to do, because obviously Have a Word have done it to death. They've done a couple of ghost hunts.
And also, I think it's bollocks. So.
Well, when was the last time you went on a proper ghost hunt then?
It's been a little while because I've been a bit busy with some stuff, but 2-3 months. I think so about that. Yeah.
And when you do it, how much does it cost to go on it?
Generally, I don't pay to go on them.
Yeah, you're going around someone's fucking semi-detached in Middlesbrough.
But if I wanted to do it as a nobody in the ghost world, what would I be paying?
Well, you'd have to pay for 2.
Your eternal soul.
What people do is, because obviously there's ghost hunting companies out there, like there's some really dodgy ones. There's
dodgy ghost hunting companies. Sorry, some of them taking the piss and making up shit.
Yeah,
some of it not real, Barry.
But
some of it not authentic.
They're corrupt in different ways. But
so they grab your ass and go, "Oh, it's a ghost." Whoa.
They don't pay the ghosts.
Some of them nip in front of the toilet. I've got crow.
but there are ones that are reputable. Like there's one called Haunted Happenings that I work a lot with. And sorry, hang on. I've just realised I've said I work with. I don't work with.
Haunted Happenings sounds like a dating app for fucking people who want to fuck ghosts. Haunted Happenings.
So Haunted Happenings are really good.
Come to Haunted Happenings where you get to jizz on a ghost.
I'm sorry,
there's ectoplasm everywhere at Haunted Happenings.
I'm so sorry.
I just couldn't meet anyone until I found Haunted Happenings.
Yeah, my partner's a 700-year-old peasant from fucking French Revolution. Now I've met Pierre, I've never been happier.
Oh, stick on a video of a prolapse on something. Just fucking crack on. I knew it would go this way.
Do you know what I saw on TikTok, right? And you're going to hate this because you get more passionate than me about ghost hunts that they're not actually trying to scientifically look for ghosts.
No.
They're just trying to scare people.
And no one who goes on a ghost hunt is scientifically trying to look for ghosts. They're looking for an experience. They want to know what it's like to be in a quote-unquote haunted building or somewhere that's old and not accessible to the public, like an old hospital. They want to walk around that for the night. They want that experience. So they go to a company like the Haunted Happenings dating site who will take them in for one night and they pay for it.
My favourite thing that I've seen, and there's loads of videos of this on TikTok, is there's a trend now of people taking in this little box that, as far as I'm aware, is just a random word generator. Right? And you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Barry?
Yeah, the Ovilus 5.
The Ovilus 5?
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
And I swear to God, they put it on, and the box goes like this, and it just throws out random words, and it's like shoe, dog, like leg, and people are like, I felt something against my leg. It's just random words, and people just sit there in tense fucking scaredness until they hear one of the words like, oh, it said Peg, and my neighbour's called Peggy, and it's like...
I love getting fucked in the ass.
Get off Haunted Happenings!
I've got...
Have you got an Ovilus?
All that sort of stuff does.
It sounds like you scanned someone to see if they got in their period.
stuff like all that, I think. The stuff I'm interested in is the stuff that does actually have a use. Like the best ghost hunting equipment is either really basic or was designed for something else.
Right.
Like an EMF meter originally used for finding if there's an electrical current going through a wall.
Yeah.
So you can check where a fucking cable on.
So you look for ghosts with a stud finder.
Not a million miles away. You're looking for an electromagnetic frequency.
Do ghosts have an electrical field? Is that what that is?
It's the theory. It's that it's energy and it's a field, and it's the.
So did the field die?
I mean, my dad's got a damp proofer in the garage. Maybe we could.
I tell you, one of the best things for ghost hunt. This is no word of lie, right? I think some of the best things. A sieve and some flour is great.
A sieve and some flour.
Yeah, sieve some.
You're trying
flour.
to find a dead cake. Quinn's ghost hunts. There's got to be one in here somewhere. Just there with iced sugar.
It's good for seeing if any.
We're at a haunted bakery again.
It's good for seeing, not looking for things in it that are spooky, but for seeing if anybody's being fucking around. Because like sort of like a tripwire and stuff like that. You can see if someone's messed with your things.
Right. So you set up Home Alone traps for ghosts.
No, for knobheads who are trying to wind you up that there are ghosts. You're setting up traps to catch them.
Yeah.
And the Xbox Kinect has found itself as used as a ghost.
Yeah, ghosts are sick at bowling.
I'm not even kidding.
The Nintendo Wii didn't quite have the technology to get ghosts.
I want better graphics. So what do you use an Xbox Kinect for?
An Xbox Kinect, crucially, is an SLS camera, which is a... Because the Xbox Kinect camera... Right, shut up. Have you learnt nothing about insulting people's beliefs?
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining you rocking up in some terraced house in Cleethorpes.
A bag of flour.
A bag of flour.
And a Dreamcast.
a fucking
Game Boy Advance camera.
This is why
let's
the
find
ghost
some
hunt thing
ghosts.
isn't happening.
Yeah, one of the best things for ghosts is those dance mats.
For fuck's sake.
He's used the little bongos from Donkey Kong.
All right. I feel like I've brought this on myself.
How's the worrying going, Barry?
It's doing all right as a podcast. I'm quite enjoying it. I work with Haley, and it's quite a nice relationship that we've got. We don't sort of
Oh my god!
do
I'm
this.
getting some weird readings through my SingStar microphone.
Right, I'm going for a vape. I'm going for a vape.
I can't breathe.
We're nearly done.
I can't breathe. We're nearly done.
Let's watch some videos.
Okay, get some videos. Don't worry. I just can't work. Calm down.
Fucking Donkey Kong bongles. Pair of cunts.
Okay. So we like to watch the videos on
You
here.
just see the woo, and then the PS1 goes perfect.
Hey, you're never going to guess what camera these videos are being filmed on. Barry, you've watched a lot of these videos, haven't you? You've been in the dark room.
I've been in, I've clicked on a couple of them. I've looked on a couple of the ones where I've just been like, where I've heard the noise and I've been like, there was one which had me creased up, which is the one that you call Chekhov's gun.
It's one of my favourites.
Because I don't watch the videos.
Yeah.
Generally, I listen to the audio.
Sure.
And that is an audio treat.
It really is, isn't it?
And I was like, I've got to find out what is happening there.
Have you not seen the video?
I have seen it.
Right,
I have
okay.
seen
So you had to investigate that one.
I had to investigate
Sure.
it. Some of them, or if there's one where you hear an odd noise that'll rouse my curiosity, I'll go and look. But generally, I find it a bit unhealthy. Are you all right, Freddie?
Still gone.
Are you still gone?
I can't stop laughing. I'm really sorry. You two are doing a great job of carrying this
we're
forward.
still just going.
I just need a minute.
We're going on tour.
We're watching on. No, let's not do this. Right. So, Dead Men Talking, we're going on tour. In May 2023, we're going to 6 venues across the country. We are going to be in
Glasgow, Liverpool, Leeds, Manchester, Birmingham, and London. And if you're not from one of those places, travel.
Get a train. Oh, shit. Don't get a train.
Now the strikes.
Get a car.
Work it out. But tickets are on sale now. They're available at deadmentalkpod.com. Go get those tickets. Come see us on tour. It's going to be live stand-up and it's going to be loads of fun. If you're a fan of the podcast, you'll love it.
You only have to sit through Rob for 3/4 of an hour and then you get to watch me.
Yeah, so if you want to see a live heart attack, come to the tour. So let's get to our lovely videos section. If you want to send us in a video, send us in the worst shit on your phone. Send it to 07520 644 931. As ever, the rules are no racism, no death, no kids, no animals.
Unless you can get one with all 4.
Yeah, and then that's full house. Send it to Freddie's Instagram in the DMs.
By the way, can I clear something up for you? I was listening. Bummed or unbummed?
Yeah.
Unbummed.
Right.
You think I'm bummed? I think I'm bummed as well.
Because it was, I told Freddie this.
Yeah.
This is quite grim and quite graphic.
Okay.
But
Not on this podcast.
it was a chair leg.
Right.
It's unbummed.
Right,
still
but
be
you could have got
bummed
bummed with
with
a
a
chair
chair
leg
leg.
at Barrymore's.
Oh, sorry. I thought it had to be a human to be getting bummed.
Oh no!
Ah.
The idea, the distinction between bummed or unbummed is either he was bummed, as in things would put up his arse, dicks or whatever, in Barrymore's house, or when he left the pool, he was unbummed and he became bummed in the hospital.
That's what Barrymore's
Yeah, that's
argument
Barrymore's
is.
argument. Is that
Right.
when he left his pool, he was dead, but he wasn't bummed.
I've got to say that conspiracy, because I love a good conspiracy theory. And I think that one that Barrymore started there about these injuries happening. So what's he suggesting?
So he's suggesting a coroner or whatever just
so
got
in the
the horn.
ambulance.
That's known as Undertaker's privileges.
Yeah, before you do it, all the lights go off. Dung, starts shagging it up the arse. So are you going bummed but with a chair leg in parentheses?
I
think the chair happened at Barrymore's gaff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do you reckon
think
they're like sat in it like they're at a Jewish wedding?
just upside down.
I like the idea that they were trying to use it to fish him out.
Get in his ass, we'll hook him.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, whoever managed it got a massive teddy.
had to turn him over and see what number was written on the other side.
Just want a Microsoft Kinect.
So we will show some videos now. Now, Barry, in the run up to this, you said to me, like, go hard.
Go hard. Yeah.
You were like, you were really insistent on this. Like, show us the worst shit. Now we've got a few from today, but we're also going to show you some classics that I think are the worst ones we've ever had.
Lovely. Because it was. I don't know if you said it, but it was me who arranged the original Naked Martin shit. Who did he? Oh, he shot on Freddy and spunked on
he spunked on me. So our first live roast show, go check that out if you've not seen it, everyone. Basically, as a little surprise at the end, this was so amazing. So our friend Naked Martin, obviously he does commissions for videos. So what Barry did,
I got in touch with him and just went, look, there's this podcast and they talk about you and here's who they are. And like, I promise they're comedians, because you don't, when you're getting someone to do something like that on a picture, you don't want it to be somebody who's non-consensual. It's like when you do your roast, you've got to make sure it's people who want that to happen.
Or like every once in a while, it's really funny to get like a fucking American celebrity to tweet like, "Hi, fucking Donald Trump, can you tweet out this picture of my granddad? He was a big fan. It's fucking Fred West or whatever."
That. Who was that one on the lion thing? The that everyone watched on Netflix and
the Tiger King.
Yeah, and everyone was getting the woman from that. She was like
Carol Baskin.
Yeah, she was like doing shout outs to Fred and Rose and like to Jimmy.
They always do it to Michael Bisping as well, the former UFC fighter. He always just reads out like, big shout out to Harold Shipman and all this stuff.
Well done, cameo.
But I did it. I got in touch and said, look, and here's the biogs. I sent him so much proof that you were comics and to the podcast. And I went, can you just shit on a picture of that one and spunk on a picture of that one? And I got it, and I sent the video of him spunking on Rob to Freddie and went, oh, look, mate, don't tell Rob. A little secret, a little reveal for the live show. Sent it to you, and you were like, brilliant, keep it under my hat. Got in touch with Rob immediately afterwards and went, right, I've got this video. You get spunked on, he gets shit on, but he doesn't know about the shitting video. So when he comes on and he's got a video of you getting spunked on, reveal the full video.
Amazing. So like, I went to the tech at the Frog, shout out Colin. I went up to him and I went, look, here's what's going to happen, right? For the video section, Freddie thinks he's got a little surprise, so he's going to come up to you and be like, oh, I've got this, secretly put this in.
And that's exactly what happened.
And I saw it happen as well. I watched across the Frog as he snuck up to Colin like, pss, 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 and I was just like, so yeah, the video screen comes up and he's like, and I go, why didn't you show the whole video? And then we roll the second half. It's like, no.
Have you seen the full uncut version of it? Where at the end when he gives a big shit covered thumbs up and a shout out to my biggest fan, Damien Larkin.
I don't know if I did see that bit.
Yeah, I might have trimmed that out before I sent it across.
That's fucking great.
Yeah,
that's really funny. So yeah, Barry's responsible for that. So obviously well aware of Naked Martin, well aware of the videos that we do.
So we need to go beyond Naked Martin for this. We really need to push.
So let's start out.
Which screen is best for me to look at?
Whichever you want, mate. You've got a choice. You can.
Am I going to hear it through?
You're going to hear it through here. Let's go for. Let's start like relatively gentle. Let's go with the guy in the lift. That one. Yeah. We like to work up. Here we go. It's happening. Oh,
he's in the lift. There's a dog.
Yeah.
Oh no! Has he cut his dick off? Has the dog bit his dick off?
The dog has bit his. He bit his dick. I don't know if it's fully off.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't whip that one out.
And that was just like a fucking German Shepherd.
Yeah, big German
Play
Shepherd.
That again. Play that again.
Look at it. Just gives a little arf. That's enough for one of them. The strength of bite on that thing. It's a huge dog. There he goes. Just has a little. He's only wearing chino shorts as well. Cream shorts are the worst thing you could get your dick bitten in, innit?
Oh, mate.
Yeah, and I think he's a delivery driver as well.
Cream shorts are the worst thing you can get your dick bitten in. In it.
I think that. What's unfair about that?
No, I'm just thinking about merch. get some cream shorts with a little blood stain.
Yeah. Right, next up, can we go to the far right one, please? So this one
Jesus,
is
hang
about
on,
Hitler.
I thought you would.
No. Oh
my God, it's two little midgets. Dwarves, sorry,
people
dressed as little schoolgirls kicking a man's testicles.
Give me another running kick back up and drill me one good soccer kick.
Hang on, how do we not?
Give me
know
one
that's
good
just
soccer kick.
a massive-
What a fantasy.
I'm glad my fantasies aren't this specific.
Do it again.
Do you know what's weird? Right, just pause it. Just pause it. This is two dwarf women dressed as schoolgirls kicking a man's bollocks. One's definitely fitter than the other.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought the same.
Yeah, but like when
The one in the green, right?
Yeah. But like when you like
prefer the one in the red.
Really? But when you're choosing little people, sex workers who are willing to kick you in the bollocks, I reckon you've got a small range to pick from. If you need two, you're just going to have to take two that are available.
When you say small range,
Yeah, they've only got a small range themselves.
I want to see this video, but with Tom in there, so these women look massive.
Play the rest of it, because we're not even partly
Oh,
through
God.
this.
There is 2.5
They're just running up and kicking his balls.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, that hotel room looks nice.
Also, the one in the green is much better at kicking.
Yeah.
Yeah?
How do you prefer her?
Yes.
Fucking Tybo, yo.
Fucking Tybo, yo.
One and
No, you're right, I
two
think, yeah.
and three and four.
If he was really into it, they'd let him wear shoes.
Next girl.
And Stefano.
Nice girl.
Yeah, she's the one with the technique.
Oh, kick those nuts into my face. Oh, there you go. Oh,
Oh, what the fuck?
oh my God.
how'd you find out this is your
You want
thing?
some? Get a knee.
How you like that little bitch? Huh?
Oh, she's really into that.
Oh, really?
Oh, little dummy.
I hope they do that.
Like the speed bag.
Oh!
Ay.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, it's mad what they get up to when it's not panto season. Isn't it?
kick him like a field goal. Kick him like a field goal. You know how it is in
Kick
football.
it like a
Oh, kick
field
it like-
goal.
I'm sorry.
This is the-
What were you
Ah.
saying? What were you saying, fucker, huh? Huh? You want to fucking tell me how to kick your fucking nuts?
Oh.
Push your nuts.
Wow.
Take a run up.
You know, do
Jesus, that wasn't the biggest run up, but the technique was deadly.
Her technique is spot on.
Yeah, she's really got it
There you
nailed.
go.
Is this going to finish with him jizzing? Because I haven't watched the end of this one, which is always a risk.
It's not me calling you daddy now.
Oh.
Calling who daddy?
Fuck yeah.
Kid, you ain't gonna get now, bitch.
Do you know what? They're getting into this now. They're enjoying this.
Feel good?
Keep grabbing the bollocks as well.
If someone asked you, Rob, as
Yeah.
a freakish tall man, to kick him in the balls,
Yeah.
how much money would they have to pay you to do it? Or would you just do it for free?
Depends who they are, yeah. There's
No,
a
it'd have to
chance.
be a woman just kicking her in the cunt. That's enough to be in order for it to be a similar thing.
Yeah.
Just a really desperate
Just run up, full pelt.
boot me in the cunt.
Yeah.
Boot her in the twat.
Yeah, look, if a woman I was with was like, this is what I'm into, I'm a gentleman, I'll just volley her in the cunt.
How hard would you kick her? If she said, can you do it as hard as you can?
Well,
do
yeah,
you
she
think
said
you could
that.
do it?
But like, because I once went out with this girl who was, she was fucking great. She once cried during sex because I hit her on the arse, and after she was like, "That was brilliant." That was like, I cried because it was the first time anyone's hit me as hard as I wanted them to. Yeah,
What, it was like a beautiful moment of clarity
she was
for
just
her.
like, ah, yeah, yeah, because I fucking twatted.
Sounded like me falling down the stairs, did she? Right, let's have a look at some...
Right, let's go to top left, not the right. That one, yeah.
That's the one that looks ominous from the thumbnail.
Oh, it's ominous.
Oh, my
Oh,
God,
that's a cactus.
Is that a cactus up the fanny?
It's a cactus in the cunt. It's a big cactus as well.
That is a big cactus.
It's one of like the cartoon ones.
Yeah, it's
with
like
the
a
arms.
roadrunner.
Yeah.
What on earth is she doing?
She's putting a cactus in a fanny, mate.
A big old cactus.
She's got a very spotty arse.
I think because she's been hit with a lot of cacti.
Cacti! Wow. Just putting a cat.
It's got to bleed, hasn't it? Is it going up her arse or a fanny?
I think it's a fanny, but
It's quite hard to tell from this angle, isn't it?
it's a big
'cause
cactus.
It's all cactus at this point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
mate.
twisting it.
Imagine working at a local garden centre.
Oh, it's going in the bum there. That's bum.
Why do people have these fetishes?
Because they got raped.
In the wilderness, in the desert.
They were one dead men talking fat cunt jumper. No. Oh my God.
I mean, even Clint Margera doesn't go this far.
I know.
I think even Clint would be like, cactus up the arse, no tar.
Is it a real cactus?
That is a good point.
I mean, I'm guessing no, it can't be.
The sound is just disgusting. The sound of that, you know.
Yeah.
You see, it would be hurting her hands too much.
That's what I think.
I think it's a silicon one. I think she's got it from
The thing is,
Rebecca Goodwin's.
Even if it is a silicon
Supplier.
one, it's too big to go up there.
Oh, yeah, it's still big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Right. Do you want to see one that's really gross or where someone gets really badly hurt?
Yes, please.
Let's do both.
Right, okay. We'll start with the bottom left then.
Oh, yeah, I can see the thumbnail on this one.
Okay. Oh my God, this is just a woman covered in shit.
Yeah.
Shit all over her fanny.
The
It's a
caption.
man. I know it's a woman. And it's someone who's just shat on the just covered in their own shit.
Just covered.
And just
covered.
pouring it all over themselves.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're rubbing it on their fucking big fat titties. Oh, they're rubbing it on their
Yeah,
fucking fanny.
That's more shit than I've ever seen on one human.
Yeah.
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 Remember that
Did you
girl
enjoy
who
that
fell
one,
down
Barry?
the toilet in Leeds Festival?
What?
Did you enjoy that one?
It's a bit grim.
Yeah, it's a bit grim, yeah.
bit grim, yeah.
Right, let's go to the Dark Room Classics, please. Let's go to ones I've watched all the way through.
Let's watch Cut the Tip Off.
Yeah,
First one.
right.
Okay, watch Cut the Tip Off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's one that you've talked about that I've never watched.
This one.
I haven't seen it. I don't want to watch it again.
Oh,
Good?
yep.
Good.
Oh. Oh,
You sure?
yep.
Are you sure? It's too late now to go back, isn't
Go
it?
where the hole's at.
Go where the hole is. Okay.
Oh. Keep cutting. Yep. Oh. Oh, God. You just cut a dick off. What you got in your hand?
Your dick.
Oh, okay.
You better get to fucking treating that shit, bro.
You okay, Barry?
Fucking hell.
Yeah. You said you wanted to go towards the hard end.
Fucking, he's got no hard end left.
Well done, Harry.
Fucking hell, that was
gnarly, innit?
hardcore. That was yeah.
Yeah.
Should we get Maggoty Fanny on?
Let's have a little look at Maggoty Fanny, yeah.
And then
There
we'll
we go.
finish with the worst dick.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I hate it like this. My gut's one. Oh, fucking hell.
So this one, I bet it feels quite nice.
What, having maggots?
Or wriggling around,
No.
Yeah.
Tickle your knob, yeah.
Shakeen Fisherman.
I've had a big weekend this weekend, and I think I might throw up. And I've seen this
Your
before.
crown's firing up.
Yeah. And now the worst.
That's
dick.
a little aperitif compared to this, which is, we have seen some horrific dicks on this podcast. This is the worst one we've ever had.
This is the one that inspired the worst dick competition.
Yeah.
I'm just going to turn the volume down on this one because it's not necessary. So that's a man's penis, Barry. And it is rotted
What's
all the way
happened?
through.
Well, I think he's not taking great care of it, to be honest.
I never noticed how big it is.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, I've got a really big dick. Do you want to see it? You whip this out.
Look at all the pulsing inside.
It's all maggots.
Hang on, just leave it on for a minute. I'm just.
Yeah. You're
This
strangely
is-
hypnotised, aren't you?
It's like an H.R. Giger painting.
Yeah.
It's like a brain.
God, look at.
Oh, the maggots inside the rotten tip. Yeah.
Oh, is that the tip?
That's
Oh,
the
my-
tip there, yeah. Oh, it's like the whole thing moves when the maggots move.
See, what I find odd here is that he's shaved the top of his pubes off.
Yeah, you got to keep them neat, haven't you?
Yeah.
Manscaped.com /
I think that might have been a medical intervention. I think that might have been the doctors cleaning it up so they could get in there.
It's like, you know, that bloke on the back of the fag packets who's got the manky throat and he's still got a moustache.
Yeah, this guy's
Like it's still important to him how he looks.
like this guy used to smoke fags through his knob end.
It's just remarkable. It's like,
Yeah,
you're right, hypnotic's the
it
word.
is, isn't
It's
it?
haunting.
Oh, that'll be in me nightmares.
Look at that bit of gristle there.
Oh, my stomach just twitched.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of blood. Oh. I want to see more of the ball bag.
What do you reckon happens when he pisses?
Oh, God. It just sort of comes out everywhere. Like pissing through a colander.
Oh my God, it's so much worse on the other TV.
Oh, yeah. There's just a hole into the ball bag.
Oh,
Looks quite sore, that. Oh.
We said it last time, but I'd just kill myself.
Yeah.
Just like, I'd kill myself probably 12 months before this. As soon as that started happening, dead.
Oh, my God.
Oh, there's.
How does it not itch like mad?
I think it probably does, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it probably doesn't feel great having that manky knob.
All those maggots just crawling in and out of your cock.
Yeah.
why is it only now he's getting the doctors involved?
It's got to be quite bad, mate.
I would assume it's got a bit rough.
I'd have rang
You have a look at this
111
before it
when the
gets
first
worse.
maggot arrived.
Yeah, I think this is a bit beyond the GP's pay grade, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah.
He's not gone to a GP.
He's done it over Zoom.
He's not rung up his fucking local doctor's surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, that is tough on the stomach, that, innit?
Yeah. How are you feeling, Barry?
That was nauseating.
Well, you've earned the right, Barry, to plug some stuff at the end of the show. What would you like to plug?
The Warriors podcast.
Yeah, do check it out. It's with Hayley Ellis as well, who's dead funny. So, like,
I don't think she wants me to mention it.
No, we've asked, like, it was funny, like, last night.
Hayley's also on tour, The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
No, it's just finished.
Oh,
finished.
fuck.
Last one
But
last
yeah,
night.
in the group chat for this podcast last night, Tom was like, we should get Hayley on as well. She'd be great. And I was like, I have asked.
I
She
don't-
has said hard no.
I like the things that she makes me cut out of the Warriors.
Yeah.
Right. Like, yeah, you'd have nothing.
Yeah, no, it's a hard no. I love Hayley. She's fucking great. Is not interested.
Her career's going like that.
Yeah. She doesn't need bringing down to our level. But do check out the Warriors. Get subscribed. It's fucking class.
It's a
Barry's
nice and gentle bit of bickering between two mates.
Yeah.
I think it pleasantly passes half an hour, is what I think.
That's all we're trying to do.
It's a
innit?
nice length for a podcast, that 30 minutes. It's like a nice little...
We have done about an hour and a half on this one.
I know,
1 hour
it's a commute.
45.
I'm so sorry. This is my fault.
No, it's
So-
good, mate. Don't worry.
We've also got, in terms of plugging, check out our website, deadmentalkpod.com, and on there,
Buy some
you can
sexy
get
merch.
this gorgeous merch,
Sexy
hoodies, T-shirts, jumpers that say fat cunt on them.
You
and
can't get
loads of
those
stuff,
anymore when this episode's
Loads of
out.
stuff being added as well. We do drops and things,
Yeah.
and it's genuinely, it's actually
Top
surprisingly
quality
nice
gear.
stuff.
Made by children, tested on animals, so we know it's good.
Also, as well, on deadmentalkpod.com are the tours, links for our tour dates. We are going on tour next May. We're going to be in
This
Liverpool.
May, by the time this is out, this is January when
Okay,
this is this.
we're going on tour in May, and it's going to be in Liverpool, Manchester, London, Leeds, Birmingham, and Glasgow. And also, as well, on deadmentalkpod.com, you can sign up to our Patreon, and for just £3 a month, you get access to all the extra content that we make. make. So that's Rob's punishment set, the wrestling special, the sex dungeon special, any other specials that we might happen to be making at the time. You get access to an extra episode every single week. You get access to all the videos that we've
There's
watched.
loads of stuff. I'm bored of this list. There's loads of
fucking
things.
shit.
Go on the website.
Yeah,
All on
it tells you on there what's on there.
And you get to help support the podcast as well, because without it, we wouldn't be able to keep doing this.
Oh yeah, I've got a Patreon as well. If you want,
Yeah.
if you want to come and have a look and see what the Xbox ghost hunting camera does, if you want to see it in action,
Ghost hunting along to Hotel California with his little plastic guitar. Get it checked out. I think that's everything we need to do, innit?
Yep.
Let's go. This has been fucking class. Cheers for coming, Barry.
Thanks.
Fuck you.